Now, some news came out this week that hit a lot of people in this industry pretty hard. Bruce Clay passed away in late May at 78. A lot of people call him the father of SEO. And if you've been around long enough, you probably know why that title stuck. I'm going to walk through the announcement from his company and some of the tributes that have come in since, and I want to talk about his actual contribution was. Not just the nice things that people say when someone passes, but what he actually did for this space and why it still matters even in 2026. So the statement from Bruce Clay Incorporated was pretty short and direct. They said his contribution spanned over 3 decades, that he brought insights and resources to thousands of people around the world, and that they mourn the loss, both professionally and personally. They also dropped a tribute video, which honestly you should go watch. Now, what stands out to me is how early he started. 1996. Before most of us even had a name for what we were doing. He built one of the first real agencies, when this was still mostly people in forums guessing at what search engines wanted. He wrote books, he built tools, he ran training programs, he helped turn something that was basically the Wild West into something that looked more like an actual profession. A lot of the tributes mention that he helped coin or popularize the term search engine optimization. Danny Sullivan said it. Other people have said it over the years. Now, whether he was literally the first person to say the words out loud or not, he was one of the people who made it a real thing that businesses paid for and that had standards attached to it. And that's the part that matters. When he started, there weren't best practices. There wasn't much in the way of ethics. There's a lot of whatever ranks today. He pushed back against that. He talked about doing the work properly. He built training around it. He created tools so people didn't have to guess as much. A lot of the stuff that we still argue about today, relevance, trust signals, not spamming the system, he was already talking about that when most people were still just trying to keyword stuff and build spammy links. One thing that keeps coming up from people who actually met him is that he was kind. He showed up to conferences, he talked to people, he didn't just do the speaker thing and disappear. That matters more than it sounds like it should in an industry that can get pretty cynical. Now, I've never met him in person, but I've seen the effect of the work he did. The expectation that SEO should be something you can actually explain and defend, instead of, trust me, this black hat box thing is working right now. That didn't come from nowhere. People like him helped create the conditions where the long-term, proper way of doing things could actually win. And here's where I keep landing with this. We're sitting here in 2026 with AI overviews, Ask Maps, agents, and whatever Google is testing next. A lot of people are asking if the fundamentals even matter anymore. Bruce spent 30 years proving that they do. He didn't build his name by finding one loophole in 1998 and then riding it until the search engine caught on. He built it by showing up consistently with better information, better tools, and the idea that this should be done in a way that lasts. The businesses and agencies that are still standing in 2026 are usually the ones who operate with that same mindset, building real entity alignment, real topical relevance, real trust signals between the GBP and the website, instead of chasing whatever shortcut was hot that quarter. The foundation he helped lay is still what separates the ones who get consistent calls from the ones who get wiped out every time Google updates its algorithm. The industry is smaller without him. But the work he spent 3 decades on is bigger than any one person. Every time one of us properly ranks a local business by doing the real work instead of trying to game the system, we're standing on some of what he helped protect. Rest in peace, Bruce. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.